Today I'm showing you my favorite way to doodle some eyeballs. You want to quickly shade in a bow tie shape and then throw some footballs on top, and then 2 little circles for the irises. Then you can throw another line on top for the crease. Now shadows are going to be your best friend, so don't be afraid of them. These 2 shadows are really important in showing where the nose starts. And now you can quickly throw in your eyebrow shape. It's coming together. So go ahead and shade in your irises, and then we're going to start darkening our corners. So start defining that eye shape and throw in a little tear duct too. So now I like to shade towards the edges of my eyes while leaving the middle light, and I add a little bit of shadow underneath as well. Then I like to define more of the middle of my nose. Now darken that shadow but leave a gap for the lower eye line. So now we have a great base to build on top of. For the iris, I like to throw in a nice big pupil and shade in the top. Now at this point, I like to throw in my eyelashes. Now these next couple steps are all about refining what you've already done. So just use an eraser to pull out your highlights and darken your shadows. Now eyes come in all different shapes and sizes. So practice a variety. So a lot of you guys asked me to draw a character with curly hair, so I figured I'd give you a little tutorial. So first things first, you want to really quickly throw in your hair shape. Don't think about this too much, it could be really light and loose. Then to get the hairline right, all you got to do is throw in these shapes. I like to think of them as slinkies, but you're just going to keep layering these on top of each other until you get something that looks a little bit like this. And then using a really light hand, we're just going to shade in our entire shape. And don't worry too much about these lines going in the same direction. They can go this way, that way, the other way. I really think the messier the better. Then coming out from our darkest areas, we're going to shade using that slinky or S shape. And don't be afraid to be a little loose and mix up this shape as you go. I think this is my favorite step. It's a little tedious, but you want to keep going until you bring out these shapes all the way to the edges of your hair. And then once you reach the edge, you want to complete those shapes to a little point at the end. And I got a little carried away here and decided I wanted to add a lot more curls, so I went ahead and did that. But the only other thing you have to do to finish this up is define your edges, add a couple flyaways, and you're done. So hopefully this helped you guys. If this looks like you, please duet me. I would love to see. Thank you for commenting. I've never actually drawn vitiligo, but I figured I'd give it a shot. So today I'll show you how to draw with markers using just 3 colors. Using my lightest color, I fill in the shape completely and then lay in my features. So with my base all done, I can shift over to my second color and add in my next range of value. I also want to point out that I was using a reference photo because I wanted to get this just right. Now, once I finish throwing in the darker areas of the skin, I can throw in a couple details like my eyes, my nose, the lips, that sort of thing. And then we're ready for our last color. So personally, I like to use a complementary color because your shadows are going to stay dark, but your piece will stay colorful at the end. Look at that. So I loved where this was going, but we weren't quite done. So to finish everything up, we're going to bring our mechanical pencil back to the party, and that's going to be a really helpful tool to add in all of our details. So I went and outlined the eyes, the eyebrows, nose, lips, the hands, all that stuff. Now this next step is where the magic happens. Using our white Posca marker, we're going to make those eyes pop. I had so much fun with this, I decided to do another one. So I hope you guys like it. Bye-bye. Hi, thank you so much for your comment. I was so excited to do this that I ended up going to your page. I stalked you a little bit and decided to do this drawing of you. So I really hope you like it, but it also brings up something that I've been meaning to talk about on this platform. I think it's really easy for artists, myself included, to find one way we really like to draw faces and then sticking to that. And of course, that's great, but we kind of miss out on a lot of opportunities to include diversity in our art. And that can make a lot of people feel excluded or underrepresented, even if that wasn't your intention. So if you're an artist yourself, I challenge you to draw or study the facial features of more diverse people. This will not only help you with your skills in coming up with your own original characters, but it'll also help people that typically feel underrepresented feel more loved and more welcomed. You know, every single person on this earth is beautiful, and as artists, we have this unique opportunity to show other people how we view the world. So to all my artists out there, let's make people see the world as a diverse and inclusive place for everyone. Thanks for listening.